here at the Capitol. The Michigan Legislature getting ready to end its year. It's doing so earlier than normal after pushing through a number of bills ahead of their last day, which will be tomorrow.
13 on your side's Josh Albertus explains why the rush and why some aren't too happy about it.
A whirlwind week at the Michigan Capitol. Democrats moving quickly to pass legislation vital to their agenda as the legislature plans to adjourn for the year on Tuesday.
The bill is passed. The bill is passed. The bill is passed.
While the legislature usually meets into December, the move to adjourn would allow Democrats to move up the timeline on enacting certain legislation that was passed, but with such a slim majority that it cannot go into effect until 90 days after the end of the 2023 session. The move came against objections from some Republicans, State Senator Mark Huizenga saying, quote, "While I understand that we aren't going to solve all the problems we face in the next 6 weeks, we should at the very least be meeting as an elected body and trying to achieve positive solutions." Among many bills given the go-ahead last week in the final days were multiple changes to the state's upcoming elections. Some were bills that hadn't seen movement in months, including those to prohibit firearms within 100 feet of polling places.
Whenever someone exercises their right to vote, it should be inherent that they're safe when they do that. Not only that, but it should be inherent that those election workers are just as safe and are not under the pressure or the anxiety of intimidation.
They're measures that drew controversy after being unveiled, from some claiming expanding gun-free spaces to critical sites like polling places would leave voters, poll workers, and election officials defenseless in an emergency.
Gun-free zones are not safe. They are dangerous, and that's why we oppose them, because what they do is they put a sign out front of these locations and say, these victims are disarmed here, and criminals time and again target these areas because they know that they can go into these areas unhindered because there's no one there to stop them.
Those bills still need to pass through the Senate before moving on to the governor's desk. Josh Albertus, 13 on your side.
This marathon of voting also comes as two House Democrats won their races for mayor in last Tuesday's elections, meaning come January, the House will stand in a deadlock tie, 54 Democrats to 54 Republicans, until special elections can be called to fill those seats.